And those are the three things that I kind of want to, broach to you. If you are on a journey of change, or if you are considering that now is the time for it, those are the things that I would tell you based on my experience and my journey that you would absolutely have to be cognizant of throughout that journey. So let's break them down. So intentional. You have to be able to make sure that your actions are getting you to the real goal. So my intent was to change, the environment around me originally in order to feel better internally, and that's the reverse of what needed to happen. So I had to be intentional about changing me so that I could effectively change not the world around me, but my outlook towards the world around me. And just doing that can have a tremendous effect on how you react to the external world. And what may have seemed like distractions, or what may have seemed like bad situations, or what may have seemed like, you know, not the right environment for you, it changes. That perspective changes because the point of view with which you are looking at those things changes because you've changed yourself. And you have to be willing to be intentional about the internal change and putting that focus on yourself and your actions, your reactions, and how you interact with the world around you. And it it all starts there. And it starts with mindset. I mean, that's really what we're talking about here, is being intentional with your mindset on what it is that you're targeting, what it is that your goals are, and then how you're going through the process of actually trying to reach those goals. And that comes to the second part, consistency. Without consistency, you will be tempted to swerve off the path. And the question then becomes, are you strong enough to be consistent with the intentional change, with the intentional actions that you have to take in order to see your goals? You are going to be challenged. You're going to be challenged every single day to revert back, to go a different path, to chase this shiny object or that shiny object. Or, you know what, now's, it's maybe it's not me now. Maybe it's that. No, no. Putting the focus on yourself, being intentional about how your mind, your body, your heart, your spirit, whatever that is for you, is in line with what it is that you're intentional about changing about your life. And if you can't be consistent with it, then like anything else with consistency, you're not going to reach your goal as fast as you could. If you don't consistently practice, you're not going to become the expert that you may want to become. That is the change that you're looking for, but unfortunately, your consistency isn't there. Therefore, you're not going to reach the goal in the timeline that you possibly could. It will take longer if you can maintain it. If you can maintain your consistency or your inconsistent consistency, you'll eventually get there, but nowhere near as quickly as you would if you had maintained that focus and not wavered. And I am no one to preach to anyone about wavering or not wavering, because it's happened to me. But I'll say this from my experience, being in a position to recognize when you're not being consistent and then doing something about it is just as important. So you will you will falter, but as long as you get back on that horse and get back in that lane of consistency, in the intention, in the actions to get to your goal, you will get there.